I'ma walk on the beat. I eat my plate and it made me obese. I been pushing lyrics like a kingpin. And when the day we got them.
Olaf.
Buenos dias. Hola. What's up, everybody? How
What
you
up,
guys
yo?
doing?
Good.
I'm
Good.
super good.
Why are those?
Huh?
Those are Versace's.
Versace's prescription.
Those are nice.
I have my Versace shoes and socks. You know, I don't wear socks. I don't know how y'all do it. I haven't worn socks since I was 15, and I have socks on today.
Really?
What?
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
I'm like the
if I don't
sock
have
person.
socks on, like I get cold. So
Really?
I gotta wear socks.
Wow.
I'm like the
not me. I don't like
sock
'em.
guy.
Yeah, but you.
I'm a
but you
barefoot
but you're the sock
chick.
guy
Time for odd
because
socks.
your shoe game is impeccable.
You gotta have both. Yeah.
So I was
You
gonna
do?
say,
Some people
it would
don't
be
have
kind of-
both though. I do think
That's
they're
like
hand in
drinking.
hand.
That's like getting a bottle of Activist, and I'm not condoning this. It's like getting a bottle of Activist and drinking like a Sprite. Like, go get you some gourmet soda. Go get you some $8-9 soda for your $4 line of lean that you're gonna put in your drink.
Well, since they don't make Activists anymore, that means you're drinking bootleg. So I don't know about that. That might not be some great advice.
yeah, just don't.
I get it
Don't
though.
go high end and then cheap out on me. You don't go get a Benz and put 87 in the tank. That's not what you do. You put 93 octane in there, baby.
Minimum.
If you plug it up, you know what I mean. So don't do your time like that, bro. So yeah, you have your
Fair
sock
enough.
game has
Got
to be impeccable.
This is just it has to go
Let me
together.
ask you a question: Are you an ankle sock,
No.
3/4, or tube sock kind of guy?
Tube sock.
Yeah, the talls.
The ankle socks are for like when I go to the gym.
When
Working
you
out.
get to my age, the tall socks are going to be for circulation. So the longer socks are going to help the blood flow through. Your feet won't go to sleep. So yeah, you enjoy that little
Appreciate that.
little ankle sock shit you got going on now, buddy. It's okay. Got about 10 more mango seasons. Then your ass gonna be you're gonna have the copper wristband.
headed there,
you're gonna have
dog.
the arm sleeve.
Yeah,
you're gonna
yeah,
have
yeah.
all the circulation shit. People gonna be like, damn, Rory going to the park? No, that motherfucker needs to breathe and blood flow through his veins. So yeah, it's coming.
I have the machine that like does the pump
do?
shit on your legs, and I have the thing that flips you upside down. So when you're ready, you can just come to my house.
My wife got me the thing, I call them moon boots.
Yes.
And it's I put my foot inside of it and I wrap it up.
I
And then
need
I
that.
plug it up to the machine.
Yeah.
And
It pumps.
massages. It gives you
I need
pressure
that.
and it heats.
Yeah,
I want that.
I'll
That's
have
kinda
the wife
awesome.
send it to you. She got it for me
Please.
for Christmas one time.
Yeah,
Nikki,
it's kinda
send,
awesome.
It was awesome.
Nikki, send that to me, please.
Yeah, it's a heck of an investment.
It's Amazon Prime Day, just letting everybody know.
Yeah.
So everything's discounted. Just saying.
It's on Amazon. Mm-hmm. Say that.
My business partner got a neck massager one time.
I got a neck
that you put your
massager.
hands
Fire.
in it.
I have that.
Yeah,
I
and
have
you
that.
Sit there and like you kind of
You just sit there and
Nice.
let it
have
just.
you put your pressure down. So
Nice.
yeah, shout out to Amazon. I wish
Question.
they would do more in the community though. I know they're doing a community give back, and I heard that they were going to donate to 2,000 families in Atlanta, and I think that's wonderful.
finally.
I would
Good.
love to see
I love
20,000
that.
families in Atlanta. Maybe they can stop making money for one day and donate book bags to all of the schools in Atlanta, and then commence for the other 364 days go back to raping and pillaging the people. But for right now, if you could just take one day, Amazon, and just go give every
We'll never get that sponsor.
every school. Jeff Bezos wasn't finna sponsor us anyways. Listen, Amazon, just go to every school. Go to Michigan. Go to Flint, Michigan, man. Go to some of these cities and give these kids book bags. Give parents school uniform stipends so they can go down there and not have to fight with y'all about getting these same blue pants and brown pants and stuff, man. Because the high school, it's out, right?
Yeah.
When they get to high school, there's no more uniforms. They only get
I don't know.
uniforms.
I have no children.
As their children, man. So Amazon, if you want to do something for the people on Amazon Day, how they run you up.
Only private school and high school are uniforms.
Hey, man.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody in the comments.
I know definitely public
Question
school.
to both of you guys.
Yes.
We're in an industry, right? And sometimes people may ask for favors
Sometimes.
all the time.
Constantly.
How do you leverage favors? Do you ever ask for favors? When is a good time to ask for a favor? Can we break down favors?
Yeah, I mean, I do favors all day. Some
Same.
favors
I'm
I do
talking
for
about
people
like a
without them asking.
Favor.
Yeah, I
Yes.
do those all
Like
day.
a
Yes.
mini one, like a big favor,
Yes.
I do
where your
those all
job
day.
is on the line favor.
I have done hundreds of those, and I have cashed in maybe 2 or 3 of them.
Same.
There's not a need to cash them in right now. I learned that a long time
It's
ago.
not transactional. It's not like you give one to get one. It's you give one because it's the right thing to do. I think if you live your life just doing what's
Amen.
right, karma comes back to you. I'm living proof of that because I've had a pretty exceptional life for somebody that didn't focus on what I should have,
Right.
especially for myself.
Right.
So I think that when you do right, there's something about the universe. The universe just gives back.
Yeah, I say it all the time. My blessings come from God. There's nothing that I could do there's nothing that you could do for me or I could do for you that my God is not going to repay me for 1,000 times over. So I hate to get religious because I know people don't like to talk about it, but I'm a very spiritual person in that regard, that I believe in the universe, I believe in energy, and I believe in karma. And I believe that if you do what you have to do, regardless if somebody's looking or not, then that's the validation that you need. You knowing that you did what had to get done, whether somebody heard you. I asked that question on one of our lives, if I'm not mistaken, is if a tree falls in the forest and nobody is there to hear it, does it make a noise? And yeah, it does, but
There's just nobody to witness it.
Right. If there's nobody looking at you do the right thing, that doesn't mean that you don't do the right thing.
No.
Because there's nobody looking at you.
You
No,
do it for yourself.
That's when you do it. That's when you really do it. That's when
Correct.
you pay attention to the details.
Correct.
So that when you get in the chaos or when something is happening or you have to work a favor out, you're able to do it and understand what your limitations are, understand where you can reach and what you can do to help somebody and how ultimately that person can help you. Because I'll tell you what, there are a lot of people that I know they're in a position of power that whether they know it or not, I do things every day to help them maintain in that position of power because I need them to be in that position of power.
You do that for me.
I agree with
you
that.
You help me all day,
I
every
definitely
day.
agree with that.
Absolutely.
And we've talked about that. I do for you. I do for Bigga. I do
Yes.
for the people
Yes.
that have paved the way for me because I understand that when people come to Wendy, they're not coming to Wendy because they want somebody to do it. They're coming to Wendy because they want the best that ever did it. Hear me out. So when Wendy is the best that ever did it, if they're coming to her, then they're entrusting that whoever she's bringing around is equal or better than her.
Right.
They have
That's
to
a
be
lot of
better than
pressure,
me.
but that has
They have to be
the
better than me.
momentum. That has to be the mindset. That has to be the movement. I don't want you to fail. If you fail, then I failed. You're too big to fail. And when Wendy and when Tony Neer or when Bigga Rankin or when Greg Street or when Vertical or when DJ Meat or any of these people, Superstar J, any of these folks come calling, small or big, we do. We do because that's what needs to get done. Because when I call, I'm going to get the same energy in return.
Always.
So are we saying
Always.
it's an energy thing? I agree with you.
Definitely
But-
energy.
Yeah.
Definitely
yeah,
energy.
I would say it's energy.
The people that do and don't expect, they're definitely pouring their heart into this because they're doing because they know it's what needs to get done.
So, question to both of you. When is there an event where you say no?
When you can't. I think that we help the people that we
Are
can.
there a lot of no's?
Yes. Yes.
Unfortunately, yes.
I'm asked to do a lot of shit that people think I can do that I can't do.
Yes.
I have people calling me all the time asking me to get them in the room with label presidents. I can't do that. Nobody can do that.
And I've been
That's
with a lot of
leverage.
campaigns
Leverage does that.
that we've had to have things and couldn't afford them. So I had to learn how to do those things so that the next campaign could be successful. Because there are limitations with everything, timing restraints. Just because somebody has an endless pocketbook or an open pocketbook doesn't mean that they have an understanding of timing.
Right.
And
Correct.
sometimes having timing makes the difference in the cost of it. It makes my business partner, shout out to my business partner, OG Tony. Are you ready for this one? I'm going to give you a gem of
OG
life.
Tony, what's happening?
He said that in life, we can only there's 3 ways that we can have stuff. Are
I
you
love
ready for 'em?
this.
Okay.
Yes.
There's fast, there's cheap, and there's good. Okay. If it's fast and good, it won't be cheap. If it's fast and cheap, it won't be good. If it's good, you understand what I'm saying? to you?
Yes.
So you
Yes.
have to pick your poison with that stuff.
Yes. That needs to
And-
be a t-shirt.
and
That's
I-
my favorite thing that he says.
I think within the music industry, those of us that embrace that mentality are the ones that have that camaraderie that lasts decades, that transfers campaigns, that goes on beyond movements and everything else, because you understand that I'm fighting with an equal. This is somebody that we can go to war. I will go to war with this person and we will win. And that's why I think those people, those relationships like this, I think those stand the test of time because we're not expecting anything from each other. We give everything to each other.
It's
And
so
I think
funny.
that makes it wonderful.
Wendy had called me the other day and she said, I'm sorry to bother you. I said, Wendy, stop. You never bother me.
Right.
Even if I have a million things going on, it's
not a bother.
never a bother because
It was a Sunday night at like 8 o'clock.
it
In
didn't
fairness,
matter.
it was a
Never
bother. Okay.
right?
bother.
And when I'm with my wife, right?
And thank you.
I don't answer the phone when people call me, but for specific people,
Of course.
I will answer the phone. And she doesn't trip because she knows that this person is of quality for my husband to stop
Absolutely.
what he's doing and answer the phone, right? That doesn't happen. That happens far and few sometimes, because I think some people tend to say, I'm going to answer every phone call. That sometimes gets a disconnect in a relationship. Not to bring up a relationship aspect in our cheat code
Boundaries,
shit,
absolutely.
but people
But
have
yes and
relationship
no are
issues
boundaries.
with the industry. And one time for the couple that I spoke to after our cheat code live, they was like, man, you're married. How do you do it? How do you manage your schedule? And I said, we share a calendar. And I pulled up my calendar and showed them, look, these are the things that I have to share with my wife to go over things. But I also had to have a conversation where we both have to communicate overly
Right.
to talk about shit.
Right.
Communication is key. That's actually what I'm working on right now. You know how we all have things about ourselves that we work on?
Right.
Communication is that for me. I just feel like I could be so much better at it. And communication is the foundation to every relationship. And I'm looking at relationships that I have in the industry, and I haven't really cultivated them the way I'd like to because I'm so busy. You know, I was just telling one of my friends, I work till 9:30 at night, almost every night, even on weekends. And the last thing I want to do at 9:35 is call somebody after spending the day on the phone to ask them, hey, how are you? How was your day? So what happens is my relationships take the short.
Right.
So I'm learning right now to be a better communicator, to schedule calls, even if it's just one day a quarter or one day every 6 months, to go through and call everybody I love and just say, I love you, and then hang up. I love you, hang up.
I've been doing that lately. I've been getting out of the shower and just randomly texting people as they cross my mind. Or
I love
if
that.
I'm in the middle of something, like, I don't want nothing, you don't have to reply. I'm letting you know I'm thinking about you. I love
Exactly.
you, bro.
It
Keep
goes
it pushing.
so far.
And I go, and I may
It
send
goes
one of
so
those
far.
every 6 months to somebody.
Yeah.
But you know, at the end of the day, man, I'm unapologetic about what I'm doing right now, Rory. I don't care if you don't like that I don't talk to you as much as I should. I'm sorry, bro. I'm trying to build something here that's requiring all of my attention, all of my effort, all of my commitment. And not saying that for me to take a moment away and acknowledge you or to give you your flowers, I'm going to do that. When I have a moment to breathe, I'll do that. Right now, I'm focused. If I'm eating and I'm living and I'm breathing this. So you know what? If you're my friend, then I expect you to commit to it just like I do.
Right.
If you're calling me at 9:35 and I'm at the computer working, I know I'm doing something right. Because the lady that was responsible for some of the most lucrative deals in this business is up working at 9:30 at night. Yeah. If I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I get an email from somebody in the business that I consider as a peer, then I know I'm on the right path. I want to be around in situations and around places where people are doing the same thing that I'm doing. We talked about community.
Right.
I don't want to be the one that you always have to lean on, bro. I don't want that.
Facts.
I don't want to be the person that you see as the strongest person, because then I no longer become somebody you respect. I'm now somebody you fear, and you'll kill me out of fear, bro. You understand what I'm saying to you? So, and when it comes to what it is that we do, and when it comes to what it is that we have to set boundaries. Because yes, we want to help everybody. That's why we do the cheat code. We've been doing it for 68, 70 weeks strong. All of us drive an hour and a half, use our own resources, our own time to be able to help people. That's why we do this.
Crazy, right?
On the flip side of it, not doing it would drive us crazy.
Yeah.
That's real.
Because these 68 weeks, now I can just tell a bitch, go watch episode 13, bro. Because I've been saying this shit for 20 years. You ain't fucking heard me say it yet. You ain't heard me tell you to stop doing it wrong. You ain't heard me tell you, why are you always telling somebody not to drop music? I've never said
You've
not to drop
never
music.
said that.
I said,
You said don't drop it
protect
right.
it. Don't drop it wrong, baby. Drop it right.
Yes.
Marinate. Be smart about it. Have infrastructure. Blindly, if you ever feel you want to blindly release music, come over to Never Coming Out Records. I'll be more than glad to sign your goofy ass to a contract that you'll never see. That's what you're doing anyways. You're never going to see any of the money for any of the music you put it out. Might as well come over here to me and let me have it. It's what it boils down to, man. And this is why I want to change the climate of what we do. And it starts with boundaries. Yes, I can help you. Yes, I will help you. No, I won't do it for you.
Right.
It took me a long time to learn how to say no, because in the industry, I had so many people coming at me and I wanted to help everybody. And the problem is, if you say yes to everybody, you're run so thin that you can't do for yourself or for anybody else. I think one of the best pieces of advice anybody ever gave to me early in my career was the original Gucci Man. And yes, there was an original Gucci Man out in New York. And he said, Wendy, if you're homeless you can't help anybody. And when he said that to me, it really hit home because he was right. Like if I'm trying to pull everybody up out of the pit and I'm outside the pit, I can help them. But if I'm down inside the pit, all I can do is push somebody out and now nobody else can get out. There's nobody
Yeah.
to help me out,
Yeah.
you know? And we don't think about that. We have to establish boundaries, help the people we can, help the people that really want help too. Because everybody says they want help, but not everybody does. And we've all helped people that have begged us to help them. I first started working with you because you were in a situation where you're trying to help somebody and you just couldn't. Not everybody wants or needs help that says that they do.
Right. Yeah. Some
And
people
it's
are
hard
just
to tell the
talking.
difference.
Some people are talking for the sake of, and again, this is why my blessings come from God, because whatever it is that I helped you with, I learned. I
Yeah.
promise you, there's
I agree with
nothing
that.
that I don't do for somebody that this is not my forte, but you need me to help you with. I'm going to learn how to do this now. I'll never have to learn how to do it wrong or right again. I'm going to learn how to do it now, and I'm going to add that feather in my hat.
Right.
And I think that's what separates us from, and the people that watch this that want to excel is the ones that want it are going to commit to it, and the ones that don't are it's only propaganda if we disagree with it. Shout out to my wife. It's education if we agree with it. If we don't agree with it, it's propaganda. And that's a fact.
You make Bino a little nervous.
So, at the end of the day, man, it's what we have, it's what we are, and it's what we're giving the industry, and that's all of us. But in me being committed to giving my all means that I have to know when enough is enough. And I have to be able to draw that line, because guess what? Nobody needs Kingpin more than Kingpin.
Facts.
I agree with that.
Facts.
That's the bottom line,
Facts.
bro. And this life
And
shit,
nobody listens to Kingpin more than Kingpin.
hey, I can lie to myself all day. At the end of the day, this life shit, nobody makes it out alive.
Nobody makes it out alive.
Nope. Get it if you want it.
You bish.
Chirith Korai.
Nobody makes